Alright, today's lesson is about getting time and balance. And this is our new unit. Get to this page here. Setting goals is the first thing in this section. Okay, think about something you want or need to achieve, like a major class project or saving money for college. First, set a goal for a day, a week, a month, or even a year. Then decide what task must be done in order to achieve your goals. Estimate how long it will take to complete each task. Allow enough time to do the task correctly. Make a daily to-do list. Write down all the tasks and activities that you intend to accomplish for the day. Don't include more on your list than you'll be able to do. Rank the items on your list according to their importance. Place a 1, 2, or 3 after each item, with the most important item rating a 1. Save less important items for another day if you run out of time. And I always tell my students, if they're behind on a bunch of school work, start with the stuff that's worth the most amount of points and then move on from there. So keep working on stuff that's worth a lot of points, and then the stuff that's not worth a lot of points, go down to the bottom of the list. So rank these items. Cross off each task when completed. You'll be able to see how much you've accomplished in each day or in a day. And I do that with sticky notes. Like I have my sticky note process where I have like hot pink is like stuff that needs to be done right now, and like yellow or green is just kind of like my to-do list of stuff that needs to be done but not yet. So I kind of use that color coding system, and it works for me. Here's one that's pretty important. Don't procrastinate. Postponing work on a project makes you feel pressured for time when you finally do it. Schedule it now and then do it. You'll feel good when your tasks are complete. So don't procrastinate. Don't postpone your work. Prevent interruptions. Interruptions cause you to lose time. Ask that you not be interrupted for a certain length of time. Just like tell somebody at home. Say, hey, I've got a really important test I need to study for, or I have a really important assignment that needs to be done, like a careers assignment that's worth a lot of points. And, can you guys try to make sure you don't interrupt me? I'm going to go in my room, shut the door, and work on this until I get it done. Okay, avoid places where you'll be easily interrupted, like a living room or a kitchen. If you have other siblings that are in there working on work too, they might interrupt you. Make use of small amounts of time. Even 15 to 30 minutes of time are enough to accomplish some task or parts of a large project. Think of tasks you can do in 30 minutes or less. Like one of the careers worksheets should take you about 15 to 20 minutes to do. So you should be able to get that done. Reward yourself for success. After successfully completing a priority task, treat yourself to something you enjoy. And I used to, I love unsweet tea. And the only time I ever drink it is usually on Fridays, because it was like I worked all week, Monday through Friday, and that was kind of like my reward for myself for working hard the whole week, was to get my unsweet tea. Uh-oh, these pages are a little bit out of order. Not sure why it does that. All right, I'm looking for page 275. Ooh, and I don't even see it on here. Interesting. There goes 274, 273, 272, 271, yeah, all right. Well, I will read that out of my book because I have my book open, so just listen along. How do you use your time? To start taking charge of your time, take a look at how you use it. Keep a record of all your classes and activities for a single day in a small notebook. Include such categories as sleeping, eating, bathing, dressing, studying, working, helping at home, time with friends, participation in sports, and so on. As you complete each activity, write down the amount of time you spend on it, or which most of you have an idea of how much each activity takes anyway. Total up the time spent on each activity in a single day to see see just where your time goes. Evaluate how you manage your time. If you find your to-do list includes too many things, try to cut out those activities that aren't top priorities. Learn what works and what doesn't to better manage your time. Time for learning. If you think about it, you spend at least half of your waking hours at school or doing homework, because time for education is vital now and for your future, because that's why you're in school right now, is for your future. Get the most out of your school-related hours by following these suggestions. Get more out of class time. Do your homework as soon as you can, and make sure you're familiar with your teacher's lesson plans each day. And I know the teachers at our school corporation, they have a class agenda that is like every single day it tells you what is done in class. So if you're planning, like if you have a game on a Thursday night and you have a test the next day on Friday, you can, maybe study on a Wednesday night. So looking at that agenda does help. Pay attention. By listening closely to a teacher and classmates, you have a better chance of understanding what's going on. And I see this all the time in class. If I can't explain it, sometimes like a student will be able to explain it even better. Or their example might be something that's a better example for you. Okay, so paying attention in class is important, and listening to others is important. Take notes. Writing down important points that are presented and discussed in class will help refresh your memory when you study later. Also, write down assignments, instructions for doing them, and the dates they are due. If you're unclear about any information, ask questions. Emailing teachers is like it. I check my email all day long at school because I know that's important. So taking notes is important because and don't just take the notes, you actually have to study them as well. Okay, there are tips on the side of the page that I'm reading right now. It says the fine art of taking notes. Take notes in outline form, focus on main ideas, use a few words to write down main ideas and supporting details. Don't try to write down every word a teacher says. Abbreviation words when possible. For example, the word with, you do like a W and then like a backslash. And the @ sign for at. Double or triple space your notes. That way you can fill in more details later if you need to. Review your notes frequently. Use different colored pens or markers or highlighters to emphasize main ideas and supporting details. Select a quiet area to review your notes. Study the most difficult subject first, like the things that you don't understand, study those first. After you've accomplished your goals, take 5 to 10 minute breaks. Take 5 to 10 minute breaks. Walk around, drink a glass of water, or eat a piece of fruit, or vegetables too. Okay, I had one more thing on time for learning because I said get more out of your time, your class time, pay attention, take notes, and the last one was review your notes, which is what I was talking about. As soon as possible after class, take a few minutes to review your notes. Going over your notes while they're fresh in your mind makes it easier to clarify information. So go over your notes right away, as soon as possible, right after class. You may also find it helpful to rewrite your class notes in a more organized way. And that's what I did when I went to college. As soon as that class was over, I would look back over my notes and review. And that's the lesson on getting time in balance.